All right, let's talk about something that can be incredibly stressful, the job search. But what if we could change that? What if we could turn all that chaos into a structured, data-driven campaign that you actually control? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today by building your own personal command center. Let's dive in. Does this sound a little too familiar? You're frantically searching for a job description, or you can't remember the name of that hiring manager you just talked to. We've all been there. It's that feeling of frustration, of information being everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It's a huge weight on your shoulders, and honestly, we're going to get rid of it. So first off, if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by your job search, you're not alone. And I want to be clear, this is not a personal failing. It's a system problem. Jumping into a job search without any kind of framework is kind of like trying to build a house without a blueprint. It's just destined for chaos. And here's the thing, these aren't just random annoyances. They're all connected, like a domino effect. Your notes are scattered all over the place, which means you forget to send that crucial follow-up email, and before you know it, the whole thing feels like it's completely spiraling out of control. This isn't just inefficient, it leads to missed opportunities and a ton of unnecessary stress. And that is exactly what we're here to fix. Okay, so what's the solution? It's all about a mindset shift. The core idea is this. Stop treating your job search like a bunch of random, annoying tasks. Start treating it like what it really is, a strategic project. You are the project manager, and right now, we're going to build your command center. And the most powerful way to manage this project is to think of it as a funnel. Yeah, just like a sales or marketing team would. Every single job you apply for moves through a set of distinct stages. This perspective is a total game changer because it lets you see your entire pipeline at a glance, and this is the important part. It helps you pinpoint exactly where things are getting stuck. So, what does this funnel actually look like? Well, at its core, it is this simple. Every application basically moves through 3 stages. You've applied, you're interviewing, or you've gotten an offer. Just by tracking which stage every single opportunity is in, you gain a massive amount of clarity over your whole search. Okay, let's get practical. This is the backbone of our command center. Think of the essential fields on the left as your non-negotiables. You absolutely have to track the company name, the job title, a link to the posting, when you applied, and, most importantly, the current status. Getting this part right with clean, consistent data is the foundation for all the cool stuff we're about to do. And here is a pro tip. Seriously, this tiny step makes a huge difference. For that status column, don't just type things in freely. In whatever tool you're using, create a drop-down menu with set options like applied, interviewing, rejected, and so on. This prevents typos and guarantees your data is perfectly consistent, which is absolutely crucial for the analysis we're going to do in a minute. So, we've got our data structure in place. Now it's time for the really fun part. We're going to transform this boring static list of jobs into a living, breathing dashboard that tells you a story with just a single glance. The first tool we're going to use is called conditional formatting. It sounds a little fancy, but the concept is super simple. You're just telling your spreadsheet to automatically change a cell's color based on what's inside it. This is how you make your tracker visually talk to you, showing you exactly what needs your attention right now. And I mean, just look at the difference. On the left, you've got a wall of text. It's impossible to quickly see what's happening. But on the right, that same data is instantly understandable. Your eyes are immediately drawn to those green rows. Those are your active interviews. The red shows rejections. It's an immediate visual summary of your entire search. Look, being organized is great, but the real power here comes from analysis. Now that we have this clean, structured data, we can start asking it questions and getting strategic answers that will actually help you improve how you search for a job. Now, don't let the word formula scare you. We're not doing rocket science. Let's just focus on what they do. Count if is for basic counting, how many interviews do I have? Query is a little powerhouse for asking more complex questions. And VLOOKUP is great for connecting different pieces of information, like linking an application to your networking contacts. And with those formulas, your list instantly starts giving you real metrics. For example, a super simple count if gives you this, 82. That's your total applications submitted. It's that top-line number that measures the sheer volume of your effort. It's your starting point. But volume is only half the story, right? This next number, this is what really measures how effective you are. 15%. This is your interview callback rate. Think of it as your most critical performance indicator. It answers one simple question.
Are my resume and cover letter actually working? If this number feels low, you know exactly where you need to focus your energy.
Now let's put it all together and visualize the entire funnel. A chart like this gives you that one-glance summary we've been talking about. You can immediately see the breakdown of your entire pipeline. Are most of your applications just sitting in the applied stage? Okay, then you know it's time to focus on follow-ups. This chart tells you exactly where your applications are living and maybe where they're dying in the process.
Okay, this next part. This might be the most powerful mindset shift of all. Most people get a rejection and they just try to forget about it and move on. But a data-driven job seeker, they see a rejection as a valuable piece of intelligence, something that can be used to get better.
This idea is called the shade list, and it's all about reframing rejection. It's not a personal failure, it's a data point. That's it. The goal is to systematically look at these data points to find patterns you can actually learn from. And the process is actually really simple. First, you just filter your tracker to show only the rejections. Then you carefully read through your notes for each one. Look for patterns. Are you always getting rejected after the technical interview? Maybe it's time to brush up on a specific skill. This process turns that painful feedback into a concrete, actionable plan for what to do next. So when you step back, the key takeaway is this. What we've built here isn't just a list for this one job search. It's a dynamic, living knowledge base for your entire career. The insights you get from tracking your applications, from analyzing your callback rates, from studying rejections, those are assets that are going to keep paying off long after you land your next great role. So I'll leave you with this one question. Now that you've seen how data can bring so much clarity and control to this process, which one are you going to choose? A chaotic list of tasks or a strategic campaign where you are firmly in command? The choice is yours.